separates me from my competition is number one, I've been on both sides of the interview table. I've interviewed candidates because I'm trying to hire managers, and I've also recruited for 14 years for both Fortune 500 companies and startups. I've seen it all in interviews. I know how to fix interview problems. I know how to transform your performance so that you start to feel confident in expressing your value proposition. What's interesting about confidence is that it's not just the recent college grad who's nervous about their interviews. I've worked with executives that have had the same kind of self-doubt. They may have just been laid off and we're not expecting that to happen. They may have even been fired and they've gone into a lot of self-doubt. The coaching that I do with people, sure, it's going to help them be prepared for strategic interview questions, but I'm also really there to help you find your mojo again if you've lost it. That's going to be one of the big keys for you to be successful. You've got to feel confident. I'm there with you every step of the way. When you've got self-doubt, I'm going to counteract that and remind you what you bring to the table. Some of us just don't understand how much value we bring. It's not just years of experience, it's accomplishments. It's real successes that need to get out. You've got to get them out in the interview. I'm going to help you pull those interview successes out so that you can separate yourself from the competition and get that job you deserve, and also at a salary that makes sense for your value. Not everybody who comes to me has a confidence issue. In fact, I would say some of my clients really do not understand why they're not getting job offers. They're perplexed. But what I will tell you is, through the use of mock interviews, I get to really be an observer at what's really going on in your interviews. You may think you're selling yourself, but if you're not getting job offers, you're not selling yourself, or you're not connecting with that person interviewing you. You may think that you're connecting with them, but through the process of a mock interview with me, I can identify those pieces that are not working and help you put them back together. It's kind of like a puzzle. There's a lot of different components to the impression you're making in an interview. It isn't just how you answer cookie cutter questions. It's an overall impression that you're making of competence or not. It's also, are you really showing the enthusiasm that's necessary to land a position? You may think your resume and your credentials are enough. It's not. You've got to be able to articulate both value, but also enthusiasm. So I'm helping identify those areas, those blind spots you may have. Job interviews have really changed, even in the last 3 years. The job market in general is very good for professionals, but companies are becoming more and more selective. Their interview processes can be long and drawn out. You may have several phone interviews, several Zoom interviews, and often you're going to be expected to do a presentation as well. That wasn't the case even a few years ago. You've got to be ready for it. I understand what's going on with interview processes right now. I can help you navigate every step of the way. My approach is customized to your situation. I do research on the companies you're going to be interviewing with, and I'm going to help you master interview questions that you're likely to get so that you're not caught off guard. So I often get asked the question, Can you help prepare me for tech interviews? I would say right now, the majority of my clients are trying to get opportunities in the tech industry. Let's face it, that's where a lot of the jobs are. But they're not coming to me to do a whiteboard exercise or a coding exercise. Most of them know how to do that. I'm helping them with really putting forth a value proposition, exhibiting executive presence, gravitas. Those are intangibles that may be holding you back from getting job offers. Silicon Valley companies want well-rounded leaders. They expect you to be a whiz at the technical side, but they're looking for leaders. Can you develop talent? I'm going to help you prepare for all of those leadership questions that you're going to get so that you separate yourself from the competition that isn't prepared for those questions.